Well, how's it going? I want to share a clip from the television show 30 Rock. And I'm just titling this Black Crusaders and Cultural Policing from 30 Rock to real life. So let's listen to or watch and listen to this first clip. Okay. That is so great. The deadpan into the camera, the Black Crusaders. You have to let me know if you know this episode. If you don't, it's worth watching. All right, back to our clip. As you can see, I'm having too much fun because he mentions Gordon from Sesame Street being a part of the Black Crusaders. And wait, I have to bring Philadelphia connections here. Tina Fey is from Philadelphia, as well as Gordon from Sesame Street, right? Let me double check that. Hold up. Gordon from Sesame Street, I think, is from Philadelphia. Just bear with me. I'm going to find out. I have to double check. I try to fact check myself. Gordon from Sesame Street. Who played Gordon? No, I'm wrong. For playing Gordon Robinson. Oh, Gordon Robinson. I was thinking of the other actor. Never mind, we're going to scrap that. But it's just funny that it was Gordon from Sesame Street. Gordon from Sesame Street. It just makes it all the more ridiculous. But I love this so much. Okay, let's continue where we left off. Okay. Now, the reason I wanted to play that clip to bring a little bit of levity to a situation going on right now with Rozonda Thomas, known as Chilli, and it's getting a little hot, spicy out there. And she's getting drugged by her beautiful baby hairs, by the Black Crusaders, I'll say. They're not happy, and I don't know how this all came about. I just saw her trending yesterday. I don't know how they were able to look into this woman's finances and see who she has contributed money to, but that's what it seems like this is over. And it reminds you of what Nicki Minaj and 50 Cent to some degree. They don't seem to go after men as they do the women. And I'm not a feminist, and I'm saying that. It seems like the conservative women might catch it a little bit more, but I think in general it's harsh for anyone. And yeah, so the thing about what's happening to Chilli, she made an apology. And that's the thing. When you believe in your worldview, you cannot apologize for it. And that's going to be a painful lesson for her, unfortunately. I don't know what's really in her heart, but she is currently trying to go out on tour, as many of the vintage Black culture musical groups are now entering the stages all around. It's an interesting aspect of the culture as it's beginning to be, I guess, beginning to die. and death was pronounced over the culture in this particular version of the culture. Death has been pronounced over it, that it can't continue this way, the parasitic, the vampiric way that the music industry moguls treat talent, treat the gifted. And so I just want to, say that this is a moment right now where people that stand up to the vampires, the bully vampires, I'll call them, they will be rewarded for that, because I know it has to be even harder. We see what happened to this woman when she went up against the Goliath, and she also professes to have faith in the Most High Yah. And what's interesting about this particular woman that went by the name MIA is that she is not Black. And she made it known when she was being forced to say that she was Black. She's not Black. She's from, where is she from? Where is she from? She's from not India, but wait, bear with me. I'm going to look. Where is MIA from? But she made it clear that she's not Black, and it wasn't in a way to put down Black culture and the Black race, but she had to make it known that she's not Black. She just happens to have some melanin there. So she is, it says she's born, Sri Lankan. So she's from Sri Lanka. And from what I understand, Rozonda, her dad is maybe from that same area. Let's see, Rozonda Thomas. Her father may be Sri Lankan. Okay, let me find out, because that was also something that came up at some point, and it was a big deal. Well, they say her father is from India. He's Bengali and Arab descent. And her mother is a foundational Black American, Native American. So she is, she has two bloodlines and cultures. And that's something that can't be missed. It's intriguing to me. But this is something that is disturbing, for her to make an apology and say that she thought she was supporting causes like human trafficking. Well, that is exactly what's happening right now. Human trafficking is being dealt with. So this is weird, because this is what many people in the conservative movement, this is what we are really about, is ending human trafficking. And that means closing the border and dealing with immigration reform. So it's real clear what the different sides agree with and align with. So to say that you thought you were going against human, that's what you're doing. If you're a conservative, you're going against human trafficking. So this is unfortunate. And the veterans happen to be doing, in terms of the Veterans Administration and things like that, that has been improved a lot. So some of these things are just strange. But navigating, she's asking for grace. And I don't know if she'll receive the grace based on this right here. You can see where it's like they're pronouncing death over this woman. They have an obituary. I've seen this trending on social media, and it's like they have spoken death over this woman. And this is a terrible thing. And for the praying people out there, this is a woman she needs prayer. And it is unfortunate to watch what's happening to her, but it is happening online. A lot of these people wouldn't say these things to your face if they were alone. That's my take on it. If you were alone with one of these people that gang up on people online, they wouldn't say it to your face at all. They need a crowd. They need the get along gang to come after people who stand on principles. But you have to stand. That's the important thing. You have to stand. You cannot fall. So let's look at some of the comments, the chatmosphere. Now, they found records where she has donated to right-wing causes, I guess, conservative, whatever. So we have someone that says, look at you acting like a slave trying to escape punishment. The fact that the left doesn't see something disturbingly wrong with this kind of scared reaction is insane. And then someone says, I'm sorry to T-Boz. She doesn't deserve this, but there is no damn way I'm supporting your tour. You support pedo, what girl, there's absolutely no coming back from this ever. So your apology, what does it do if people have decided that you're never to be redeemed and forgiven? Like, what is this really, what is this? It's high school all over again. It just feels like it. So this person says, a hypocrite calling yourself a Christian while publicly lying is a choice. Look at that. They're attacking her faith. No takebacks. You have to own this mess, Chilito. We will never support someone who supports such evil, vile man. So there you are. Your apology goes where? This person says, they all love you until you show you can think for yourself. Then all that black power, sisterhood, black girl magic shit goes out the window. Our community is so fake. If representation really mattered, then they wouldn't turn on you the second you were in a different space than what our community is told to think. The Democrats have turned our people into a bunch of clapping seals. This person says, yo, official Chilli, fuck all those MFers coming for you about what you want to do with your own money. Don't be apologizing for an MFing thing. That's your choice on what you want to do. F any and anyone who don't like it. And then someone says, it's okay to be conservative. You don't have to apologize. And another person says, name the policies that are causing great harm. And President Trump has done more to help veterans than any other president has. And then someone says, you'll never please them. Cowering and pandering to them will only drive you nuts. Sad for you. And then someone says, girl, your political views are your right. Who you give your money to is your right. Don't let these performative people and clout chasers make you feel a way. Everybody doesn't have to be a Democrat. And then someone says, and I would remind you, it was the Obama DOJ that gave Jeffrey Epstein a sweetheart deal, and I can't see the rest, but these are just some of the comments that you'll see going around. And I just want to say that right now, when we look at the culture, which is the most influential culture in America, maybe you would call it Black culture. We don't have to get into the semantics of it. But the culture has a great divide. And it is pretty obvious if you are someone that looks at patterns and you can see a lot of dots that connect. There are two sides that are forming. And it doesn't matter that they're perfectly in a conservative box or right wing or Republican and the perfect Democrat, leftist, Marxist, Satanist, Luciferian. They don't all fit in that box, right? But you can sort of flock people together and see what is their worldview and what are they with. And are they part of the vampiric, the ones that abuse power and people? That's this whole issue, is abuse of power and influence. And the public trust has been fractured. And now culture is being reset as we speak. And this is the fallout. This is the aftermath of a fallout. And I would say that this cultural fallout really began in earnest, I would say, in 2020, when the whole issue of this pandemic happened. And I can personally attest to how people changed on me when I was trying to tell people what I was seeing with my own eyes when I went up to New York and worked on the front line. But no, everybody had to look at me in pictures and say, "Where's your mask?" And I'm the only one on the bus. But the people looking at the picture want to know why I'm not wearing a mask. The programming was so real. And you got to see how this was like a great divorce. This disruption and divide, this cultural shift. And it's like the emerging worldview divergence is very, you can just see it and feel it. And the great uncoupling. I'm hearing about divorces happening even over this. It's that real. People are sinking their feet into the sand deeply and making it known that they are not going to budge. And it is a personal reckoning for a lot of people because we have to look deep inside. And this identity issue is self-determination for some people. And aligning with the Most High Yah and knowing that you're on the right side of history, regardless of narratives or anything. We all grew up, a lot of us were put on the right path as foundational Black Americans. A lot of us were. We allowed a lot of things to creep in. And a lot of us are repenting. We are denouncing things. We are delineating. And we are we don't care. We are not allowing the group think, the noise from the mob, the name calling, the online piling on. We don't care. We have been strengthened through this process since 2020. Our resilience is through the roof, and our endurance. And we will continue to stand. In this world, we came here alone, and we leave the same way, alone. So the go along to get along crowd, we don't need a crowd. Independent thinking, independent artistry. All we need is the Most High Yah. He opens the doors for us. We don't need a group, influence and all that, a name and title. He opens every door. He's opened every door for me, and he's closed doors that I shouldn't have gone into. And I thank the Most High Yah. All praises to the Most High Yah. And I just want to encourage anybody who is standing and being resilient and enduring to the end. Just know that your reward will be great. As the Most High Yah prepares a table before your enemies, in the midst of them, they will watch. It will be televised. Thank you.
Yeah. You feel that? I stand alone. You feel that? I stand alone. I don't fold. 10 toes down in my soul. Say what you want. I won't go where I don't recognize my own. Yeah, I stand alone. I don't fold. Can't sell my peace for your hold. If I lose all, I still hold. Everything I know is gold. Yeah. They try to read me like a script. Tell me where I shouldn't drip. Keep it quiet, play it safe. Smile nice, stay in your place. But I've been peeping all the shifts. Who get love and who get clipped. All that pressure just to fit. Felt like I was losing grip. Nah, I had to step back, breathe. Ask myself who I be. If I trade truth just to stay, what's left of me at the end of the day? I stand alone. I don't fold. 10 toes down in my soul. Say what you want. I won't go where I don't recognize my own. I stand alone. I don't fold. Can't sell my peace for your hold. If I lose all, I still hold. Everything I know is gold. Funny how the love go thin. When you don't let go back, they spin. Same smile turn cold quick. When you don't move how they predict. I seen crowds switch overnight. Turn on you for thinking right. But I ain't built for borrowed views. I'd rather stand and blend with you. We coming solo, really the same. No cosign, gonna hold your name. If you gotta shrink just to belong, tell me how long that lasts. I stand alone. I stand alone. I stand alone. I don't fold. 10 toes down in my soul. Say what you want. I won't go where I don't recognize my own. I stand alone. I don't fold. Can't sell my peace for your mold. If I lose all, I still hold. Everything I know is gold. Don't hold. Don't hold. Don't hold. Don't hold. Don't hold. Don't hold. Stand alone. I don't fold. 10 toes down in my soul. Say what you want. I won't go. I already